we go. Music's on. That's right. Music's on. Everything is running. Yeah. That's such a good sound. Oh, yeah. Let that wind blow through the hair. Freedom. That's what it is. Freedom. Nothing like two wheels. I guess people don't understand why people ride motorcycles. If you don't ride one, I guess you wouldn't understand it anyway. But motorcycle's no more than a gyro, a motorized gyro. That's all it is. The motor makes wheels turn. When the wheels turns, it's kind of like stands up by itself, you know. Kind of a peculiar little bugger of an outfit. But let's face it, they're a lot of fun. It gives you some sort of freedom. I guess if they strapped you to a hood of a car, you'd probably have the same freedom. But as if they strapped you to that Corvette that my friend Mike has. You have a lot of freedom. Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what, the Corvette was really nice. We went to Carlisle, you know, and it was really great. Had a great time. Met some nice people from New York City and kind of like hung out with those guys and walked around, seen different things. You'd be surprised how people get attached to things. Like, you have motorcycle people, car people, boat people, plane people, all these people, you know? And they just love what they do. The United States is like a big melting pot of people who like machines. Let's face it. Everybody likes a machine. All sorts of machines. Good machines, bad machines, whatever, you know. I find it very interesting that everybody in the U.S. has about maybe 2-3 cars parked in their driveway, you know. Back in the day when I was growing up, you only saw one car. You know, that one car may have been well, there was a Model T up the road. That was kind of interesting. I used to go by. I was sort of young back then. I think it was a Model T truck, to tell you the truth. You see, when I was young, you know, I used to live in a tree. That's right. That's right, a tree. It was on the front lawn. I liked the tree. And the reason I lived in a tree is I had 2 sisters. I didn't have any brothers. I had 2 sisters. The little buggers were mean. God, you know, they chased me. Older sister chased me, run me up a tree. I wouldn't come down. They couldn't get up the tree, so I was safe. I guess you'd call me a little monkey. I was like a little monkey, a little spider monkey. I'd zip up that tree at 300 miles an hour and sit on my branch, wait till they got tired of looking at me. Then I'd come down and start my nonsense all over again. I used to have a great time messing with those people. Yeah, little buggers. Yeah. One of my pet things was when maybe 12, 13. My sister was 6 years older than I was, and she was dating this guy in town, big city. Anyway, they'd drive home and they'd park in the driveway. 10 o'clock at night, dark out. God knows what was going on in there. Like I really don't want to think about it, actually. Anyway, we had this big spotlight, you know, and I'd walk over to the switch and I'd turn it on. Then they'd get out of the car and turn it off and run. I didn't have a tree to hide under, but, you know, I used to, like, crawl under the bed or the couch or something. She'd come in the house and I'd be pulling my legs and stuff, getting me out of the couch to put a whipping on me. Yeah, that's what she did. She was a mean little woman. Well, anyway, as years go on, you know, she didn't stay married to him after they got married, so she should have listened to me. Yeah. She was something else. Well, anyway, that's another story. I laugh about it today. I tease her. You know, we went on a trip to upstate New York. There was a death in the family, and it was really sad. You know, I had a cousin, and he passed away, and it really hit me hard. You know, he was such a good guy. He was a good guy. He was like a little clone, you know. And I bought him a Spider bicycle when he was a kid. He come from a large family, and they had all they could do, you know, to make things work. And I got out of the Navy, and Edward used to come over and help me work on my house. Yeah, so I went down and bought him one of them Spider bikes, you know, with the shifter on it and all the good stuff. I think that was a highlight of his life. Yeah, and when I went to the funeral, they had a wake and they had some of his mementos of his life and stuff like that on the table. And his wife said, "I want you to read this. This is what Edward wrote in a letter to me when we were going out." I mean, he met this girl. She was the same age as he was, and they sort of went through their whole life together. And he was a happy man. Edward was a happy man. Started from nothing, from zero. And when he died, he had a large farm up north. He's a good guy. I miss him. I miss a lot of people anyway, but he really struck me. But that letter that he had wrote was about how I took a whole week's check and bought him a bicycle. And that stayed with him throughout his whole life. If there's any spider bicycles in heaven, he's riding one, because I don't think he was much for flying. I'll tell you right now, old Edward, he was a big boy. Nice kid. Anyway, yeah, that's true. Well, I got to go for a minute. I'll be back.